Hello guys and welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies, and in today's video we are going to be doing another review, this time for Season 9 of Ninjago. What can I say about this season? Dude, well, I love Lord Garmdon. It's like having Vader back, except with Anakin, except without the heart. I love Lord Garmdon. I love Lord Garmdon. Truth be told, when it comes to our other quote-unquote main villain, I just think there were better villains than her. I really do think that there were better villains than Ayumi, even though I really like her backstory, and I really like the whole adventure that we had with Season 8. I just really kind of enjoyed other seasons more than this season. With that said, the animation is on par with Season 8. I of course talked all about how I love the new designs last season, and of course they're continued in this season. But you know what I really ended up liking? I really ended up liking Wu this season. Master Wu, which Master Wu has always been cool, but he's never been like up there for one of my favorites. But we got Wu, and we got him growing up real fast, right? We got baby Wu, we got young child Wu, and now we got teenage Wu, and it's great. I actually really enjoyed Wu throughout this entire thing. We had toddler Wu, and I think most of the season he kind of is like maybe 10 years old instead of toddler age. But once he gets to that teenage Wu, like 17, 18 years old, dude, I absolutely loved Master Wu in this. I really did. It was really interesting to see him learn from his students, they taught him, about the ways of the ninja, just like he taught them. And while he doesn't remember any of it, he is learning to make friends, to make your enemies into your best friends, how to fight, how to never let your friends go. All of those lessons. All of the lessons that we've gone through the entire series are all coming together with Wu, and I love it. I really did. I really liked Wu this season. I think that was the best part of the show. And yeah, so at the end of Season 8, Lord Garmadon thinks he finally defeats them. Turns out they had another magical potion, and they ended up in none other than the first realm, with the Oni and dragons. And I really enjoyed this season's adventure in the Oni and dragons. In fact, I'd say, as much as I really liked the story that they were doing with Loyed, and by the way, I don't care who says it, I'm actually a fan of Dareth. He's like the funniest character in the show. I actually really enjoyed Dareth this season. Him having the brown power is great. Dude, it's Dareth. I'm sorry, it's Dareth. Their whole adventure over there is pretty much just to survive until their friends get back, from the other realm. And I liked the adventure, especially I like the lessons that Loyed has to learn here, learning that power, the greatest power, doesn't come from your abilities, but it comes from you. It comes from your character and everything else. So I really liked the lessons that we had here. I really liked the quote-unquote adventure that we had here. And everyone trying to get the resistance, with Loyed and his group. It's fun. It's fantastic. But I think the best part of the season, without a doubt, has to be what actually happens with um, Master Wu and the other group and the other realm. So they actually get captured by these people that have been there for years. 4 years. These people have been there 4 years, and they actually it's really interesting looking. It's kind of like a steampunk-esque kind of biker game, which I prefer these characters over our main biker gang group. I don't know why. I just think that they were just better, interesting villains than our biker gang group, the Sons of Garmdon. I just do. And I prefer these guys over them. So they were a lot of fun. They, of course, use the dragons as both food, and more importantly, they use their abilities to kind of live, to kind of do stuff. They use fire and everything else. They capture our team. Jay is just going with it, you know? Jay's nuts. Jay's just going with it. He's ready to die. He's ready to die. He's gone through his entire life, and nothing's been going right for that kid. So he's just ready to die. I really laughed at Jay. You know what? For God's sakes, it's amazing, right? And I think this is why season 6 has such an impression on me, because I hated Jay for the longest time. And I don't think he's the best character of the show or anything, but I'm actually like laughing and enjoying his jokes in this season. It's such a difference, but I think it's just because now I've gone through the adventure with this character, and yeah, I've actually really from season 6 and beyond, maybe not season 7, but definitely season 6 and beyond, I at least can enjoy Jay's comedy. You know what I mean? So that's fantastic. Yeah, they all get captured. We of course has to go through our adventure of trying to get them out. It's Cole and Wu trying to figure out a way to save them, and nothing's going right. They throw them into a pit with dragons, and they do this and that. What's actually really interesting is they try to use their magical powers. Basically, they try to use their spinjitzu powers to attract other dragons so that they can capture them and use them to whatever they do with it. So I thought it was actually really fun, really interesting, and it was a fun, great adventure. Eventually, and again, this kind of goes back into what happens in season 6, but the main bad guy, I don't remember anyone's names, but the main bad guy, the one who was in the group, I like his top hat, by the way. I thought that was a nice touch. And there's a couple of jokes when he's like throwing rocks and stuff, and he's about to throw his top hat, but then he stops and puts it on. I thought that there's a couple of fun jokes with him, fun visual jokes with him. Yeah, eventually, you know, he gets the idea. You know, once I have the golden armor, I can go wherever I want. Who cares about the rest of the team, you know? Similar to what Naokon, you know, once Naokon got what he wanted, he said, screw you all, I have what I wanted, you know? So, that's basically what happens here. And eventually they all turn on him, and they eventually, of course, do actually let the ninja go, let the ninja do what they were supposed to do, and save the day. And there was also this really interesting character. Her name was Faith. And, you know, it's really interesting because she actually, apparently she once knew the first Benjutsu master? I'm not certain how old is she? She doesn't seem that old. I don't know. I guess time could be very different in this type of the world, but yeah, in one of Wu's dreams, his father actually says, and I like that memory scene that we have between him, his father, and his brother, and he says, all you have to do is have faith. And here is this character named Faith, you know? And she was apparently the top hunter and everything else. But as soon as she finds out that he's the son of the first Ninjitsu master, she's like, well, I have to help you. We have to go find the golden armor of the first Ninjitsu master and hopefully get to where there's nothing but freedom, which is Ninjago. Of course, they don't know, well, they do, but they have to defeat Lord Garmdon. So it's really interesting. I like the adventure. And I also liked the twist that that little old lady who works at that tea shop that they've always gone to throughout the show. I like the idea that she, I don't know, what was she Wu's mother? I don't know. That's kind of a fan theory of mine that she might have been Wu's mother. I don't know, but it turns out that she is actually a Oni, and we actually get to see her powers. We get to see an Oni in action, and she even fights Lord Garmdon in her real Oni form. So we get to see what an Oni looks like for the first time, and it's just great. Now, what's actually interesting is in the other world, all the Oni are gone. All the Oni are dead. But there was a portal. There was a portal opened. Remember? Remember where Lord Garmdon came from? Yeah. Remember, this Lord Garmdon does not have it, just like Darth Vader. It's like Vader without Anakin. This Lord Garmdon doesn't have his fatherly good side. He's just pure evil. And I like the idea that his pure evilness was actually his Oni side. And he's completely Oni at this point. He's not half Oni. He doesn't have his other half that would be the good side. His dark side was banished to the dark, I almost said like the dark realm, but like the dead realm, and there's a portal open. The Oni are coming back, and he, as an Oni, he wants to not only rule Ninjago, but he wants to defeat them and become the master of all. He wants to become the master of Oni, probably. So it's just fantastic that when the team gets back, Wu finds the first dragon, finds the mother dragon, mother of all dragons, and with the other dragons, and throughout the adventure, they eventually get back to the main world, and we of course fight Lord Garmdon. I really like the idea that he's fueled by rage and by conflict. So all Loyed had to do was stop fighting. Once he stopped fighting, he lost all his powers, and Loyed gained his powers back. I really like that. But now they've definitely set something up for Season 10. The Oni are coming. We have to defeat them. What's going to happen after that? What's going to happen after that? My guess is that they're going to send, or maybe, I don't know, because here's the thing, Oni are pure evil, but we've already seen an Oni that wasn't like fully evil. So even though Garmadon is pure evil and is an Oni, I think he's still going to at least care for his son. It is his flesh and blood. So I think he's going to eventually give himself up and somehow close the portal before, not before finding the Oni, obviously, but before everything could end. And Loyed's going to end being the great hero. Like, it's going to be both Loyed and Lord Garmadon. And before Loyed can die, that's when Garmadon's going to give his life. I don't know for a fact. I'm just gonna have to see season 10 to find out. Let me know your thoughts about season 9 of Ninjutsu. Ninjago. I said Ninjutsu, Spinjutsu. Season 9 of Ninjago. I thought was a fantastic season. There's a lot more I could talk about. A whole lot more. But I want to keep this video as short as I possibly can. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know down in the comments below your thoughts. And I'm out for now. Bye. On to season 10. I'm super excited for this.